Yes, good evening, ladies. Welcome to the Women in Digital Business program. This is the Foundations program on digital skills, and I am your lead facilitator, lead trainer, Lillian Macharia, and I'm very happy to have you here with us. First, we should start by congratulating you for having come this far. We are now in block 5, which, like I had mentioned or alluded to you, is about putting it all together, helping you come up with a digital strategy for your business. So in this block, there will be two-way communication. In most of the webinars, I have been the one doing most of the talking, and the rest of you were listening. But in this particular module, because it's putting it together, I encourage that we participate as actively as we can. We engage as actively as we can so that now we are able to learn from each other and even to review. You know, at times when you read out some of your responses out loud, you get to realize, maybe I should have tweaked that a bit. Maybe I should have made it better. Maybe I should have pushed myself harder instead of what I have written that I will do. So I urge everyone, those who are here, to actively participate as we go along. So, like we've always started, how has been your journey so far? What is your business celebrating today? Is there anybody who has something they're celebrating in their business and would like to share with us? If that is you, please put up your hand or unmute yourself and tell us. Anybody who has anything they're celebrating? Maybe you got a big customer. Maybe you added your stock. Maybe you got responses from the postings that you have been doing. You share with us. Yes, Winnie. Yes, Winnie, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Lillian. And I just wanted to share that last week I boosted my business. I normally sell lamps. My business is called Rosa Furniture and Interiors. And for the last 1 week, I have received lots and lots of inquiries. Before it was very quiet. I used to post and I wasn't getting much traction. Remember, I think I had mentioned that last week.
Yes.
So after the paying for the boosting, I've seen a lot of inquiries. And I'm really excited because remembering from last week's session is it the other week on the marketing funnel? I know the inquiries, they keep trickling down until now we get a customer. So I'm really excited about that. My business is still very new.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I'm happy for you. Yes, keep boosting. If boosting is working for you, keep boosting and then now find creative ways to nurture those prospects, to become leads and then eventually to become customers. Because those inquiries are people who somehow, somewhat, after they saw what you do, they were interested in, finding out. And that's why they inquired. Yes, Jane, you have raised your hand and then let me see who else has raised their hand. Yes, Jane, go ahead.
Okay, for me, I'm taking my baby steps, but I was able to create a WhatsApp business. I migrated my business from just normal WhatsApp, and I'm now exploring creating catalogs for my barber shop.
Wow.
And also communicating with my customers. So today I'm celebrating. I've got like 6 communication and all of them have turned into business. And I got a new customer today. The others are old customers. So I was able to send some messages and response.
Okay. Wow. Now you're already on WhatsApp business. Now you're talking about creating catalogs.
Yes, I'm now working on the catalog, but I was able to move actually yesterday to WhatsApp business.
Oh, fantastic. And were you able to keep your previous communication that you had with your prospects and customers? Or you lost the communication in WhatsApp, the previous WhatsApp communication?
I was able to sync the WhatsApp individual to WhatsApp business.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Fantastic,
So
fantastic.
I'm now in the process of learning the tools that are there. Yes.
Oh, congratulations, Jane. And like you say, the online, the World Web is a university in and of itself. So if you go search, you will get all the resources that you need to know how to
Yeah.
fully optimize your WhatsApp business.
Okay.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so, so happy for you. And keep doing it.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else who has something they're celebrating for their business?
Me.
Sure. Yes, Anyoso.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Okay, for me, I'm also celebrating, even though I'm loving the miles and also the small wins. I run an online thrift store for ladies' clothes. And then for my Instagram, I boosted and I got inquiries, and also I was able also to get some sales, and which was a win for me, and I'm loving it. And also the consistency in posting stories also helps, and I just need to be more consistent on it. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Nice to hear
Yes.
that people are getting traction by boosting their posts.
Yes.
Now we pray that those inquiries convert into customers.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. So who has made significant, at least we've heard from Jane, she's moved her WhatsApp from individual WhatsApp to business WhatsApp. That's a digital transformation. That's a step in your digital transformation journey for your business. Who else has moved from something that they were doing that was, how do I put it? That was analog, that was Precambrian, and now you start doing it different, and now it is making things easier for your business. Who has done something? Whether you're in selling products or whether you're selling services, who has done something that has caused a transformation in the digital transformation journey, has caused a change?
I also did something else today. I interviewed a person who is a IT knowledgeable and I prepared a laptop, one of my old laptop. I had it upgraded. And I intend now from tomorrow to start putting my work, which is in books, into the system. Yes, so I've also been working now towards digitization, at least as you took us through part, slowly, and maybe in the eventually I can onboard everything
online. Wow. So
online.
you are now working on converting your analog data books into digital documents. Wow, fantastic. Wow, I'm so happy for you, Jane. Keep going at it. So I'll do a quick, like 5 minute or so recap of what we covered in the blocks 1 to 4. Then from there now I will be asking questions just to gauge where people are at. So in block 1, we talked about digitization, why digitalize? And the first step we saw in the journey to digital transformation is digitization. What Jane has just shared with us is converting analog data into digital format. So now she's taking all her records that are in books. She has refurbished a laptop she had, and now she's going to digitize them. Fantastic. You will be shocked at how much efficiency just doing that is going to create for your business. So Jane, we are rooting for you. Keep doing it. Then the second step was digitalization, and this is integrating digital technologies into your digitized records. So like moving your phone book from an analog phone book, then putting it online, not online, putting it into a digital format in your computer, and then now taking that digitized document or list of customers and putting it into an app or a system that can help you engage with your customers better. It is able maybe to track their purchases. It is able to track when they purchase. It is able to track their birthdays so that you can send them a birthday, etc. Digitalization is now moving your digital documents into more functional documents that you can put in queries to find out. You can run analysis against the documents, etc. Then now the digital transformation is totally rethinking the strategies that you're applying, moving everything. Like I say, it is like walking into a mall and you wanted to do several things. You wanted to have a haircut. You wanted to go into the supermarket to buy your weekly groceries. You wanted to go to a boutique to buy an outfit. You wanted to send a gift to somebody and you walk into a bookstore. All of them are inside one building. So once you get inside there, you're able to accomplish everything that you wanted to do, as opposed to one shop being on this street and then another shop being on a totally different street. So that is digital transformation, where now all your systems are online and they're digitalized. So if a customer comes and makes an inquiry, it is done online. If the customer, after making an inquiry, decides they want to make a purchase, they are able to purchase the things online. They are able to go in and get into a payment gateway, add the documents into their cart, and then move it from the cart into the payment. And then after they pay, they're given options of how they would want the items to be shipped to them. That's a digital transformation. A customer gets into your digital space and they're able to run a transaction all through and through without having to contact you or to speak to any of your team members. That is what we call digital transformation. And it is my prayer that all of us at one point get our businesses to be fully digitalized so that we can do our business 100% online. And now we can transact with people in China, in Australia, in the US, etc. Block 2 was about creating an online presence. And in there, we looked at how what social media can do for you when you're creating a presence online. We looked at different social medias and their functions. We saw there's some that are good for media, others are good for articles like blogs, for example, LinkedIn or WordPress blog. Others are good for images, so you can put in images. Others are good for video format. Others are good for inquiries or doing research. So you choose the kind of social media that works for you or for whatever it is you want to do for your business at that time. If you're doing research, then you go to places like Quora and you ask your questions, and then from the responses, you're able to make a decision. Then we also looked at building a business website. And this, we saw that a business website, much as it comes with a cost, it helps to build your credibility. People look at you and they're like, yes, that is somebody who is credible. That is somebody who is serious in what they do in their business. And it is good to have a website, and especially those of us who are offering professional services, because by and large, by the time the customer is making a decision, they want to do business with you, they want to see what you're doing online, and you can only showcase that professionally on a website. However, in case you don't have a website or you don't have the budget for a website at the moment, you can opt for a landing page. A landing page is good because, one, it lets people know who you are. Two, it allows you to capture information about those people. So you're able to capture their name, you're able to capture their contact information, and then you're able to capture maybe the inquiry that they wanted, or the inquiry that they were making. And then from there, there's always a call to action. Click here to get our free ebook. Click here to get our discount. Click here to do whatever it is your call to action is. It's always captured on the landing page. So it is a good thing because now it helps you to harvest customer data better than when customers just engage with you on social media. Then on block 3, now that we have created an online presence in block 2, then now we looked at selling online. And selling online, we looked at how many, depending on your kind of business, the kind of products or services you sell, and then your demographic, your customer demographics. You choose from the wide plethora of social media platforms that are there. You choose a few that works for you. And then from those few, now you're able to decide what will be my strategy there. How often will I be posting? And if I post, how do I want to position myself out there? Do I want to come across as this very serious business that always gives just very serious stuff? Or do I want to come in as easy peasy, easygoing, warm, friendly persona online? All that will be determined by how you're posting, how you're putting yourself online. Then from the social media, apart from the social media platforms, other places that we can sell online are the marketplaces like Jumia, like Amazon, like Alibaba, etc. These are platforms that have been built by the service provider. They allow you to go in there and make your purchases for the goods that you want to purchase. They own the platform, so they dictate the feel and look of the platform, of the marketplace. So you go in there and you abide by their rules and their regulations, and whatever it is they've said is permissible on their on their platform. Then there is the option of now coming up with your business website. And then now you can start with a business website that is more of providing information. And then from there, you graduate that business website into an e-commerce store. That means it is a website that talks about you and who you are. And then it also offers the customers or the prospects or the leads that get there an opportunity to browse your catalog, an opportunity to understand what you do. And then after they understand, once they decide they are making a purchasing decision, it enables them to be able to complete that decision. So there's a difference between a basic business website and an e-commerce store that you've set up on your website. The e-commerce store allows you to buy, to browse catalogs, put things in the cart, make the payment when you're still on the website, and then some also allow you to choose how do you want to receive your product. And then now that cost is either added to you or the buyer will have embedded it in the original cost of the item. Then we saw that for you to be able to sell online, you need to have a sales funnel. And a sales funnel, just like my image right here, the funnel is wide at the top and then it keeps narrowing down. So at the top, at the very wide section is where you do awareness creating activities, making people get to know that you exist. And when you exist, how you exist. Do you exist to sell products? Do you exist to sell services? And then make that information very easy to the eye, easy attention grabbing, etc. Then once you've created awareness or the customers have gone through the awareness stage, then we go into the interest stage. This is where now you get more detailed in the information that you're sharing. You're sharing more images. You're sharing your back end stories, what happens to your goods. Let's say you ship goods from China, what happens the entire journey, how they get to be put on the ship, and how you get to clear the goods when they get to Kenya, all those things. Those are now arousing interest. And then from there, now you go to activities that guide customers to make decisions. You now tell them the products are here, the services are here, the online program I'm launching is here, or the online coaching program is here. Now, this is how to go and take action on it. So you help them in making a decision. You tell them the things that are available. You tell them for you to be able to purchase them, these are the things you need to know, you need to do. So you also allow them to understand, do you take M-Pesa only? Do you take M-Pesa and Visa card? Do you enable global payments, international payments, etc.? Those are activities that are helping a customer or a prospect to make a decision. Then now we come to the last one, is action. This is where now you start, the psychology of selling. One of the things they talk about is creating a sense of urgency. 2 days left, or stocks running out, limited stocks, and all that. This is now to urge the person to now, after they've learned how to place the order and all that, now to take the action to actually place the order. And that's the IDA funnel. You should always keep filling customers at the top, at the awareness stage. If a customer buys product, your product, maybe you put them in tiers. You have people who buy small, cheaper things. Then you have a higher ticket item. Now you put them back into the sales funnel, and now you start creating awareness for them for the high ticket item. You nurture them through the funnel. Then after they exit the funnel at the bottom, now you take them back up there, and then at the same time, you're taking return customers, and you're also gathering new customers who never knew about you into the funnel. Always ensure your funnel is getting replenished, because the numbers down here are very few. If you don't have sufficient numbers at the top, then at the bottom, it will just be the law of ratios will apply. If the numbers here were not many, then the numbers here that are paying you will also be few. All right. Then we looked at adapting other business practices, and that is how do you receive payments when customers make their order? When the customers have now paid, how do you get the goods delivered to them, etc. And we looked at in receiving orders, how easy is it, or how convenient is it for the customers to place orders with you? And then how quickly do you process? Once you process, how are your payment terms? Are they paying before delivery? Are they paying when they deliver, etc.? Then when it comes to shipping, what are the things that you do in the handling stage to prepare your items, to prepare your services and products, etc., to be dispatched or delivered to the customer? Then in shipping the orders, even if you're in a service-based business, how do you eventually deliver these things to the customer? Are you saying you are an online coach and you do your coaching sessions online, then every time the participant or the person to be coached comes to you, you are calling them on a number that has very poor network, you do not have video capabilities, you do not have recording capabilities, etc. How are you dispatching your services to the customer? Those are the things we looked at in block 4 in adapting other business practices. So what is our agenda for today? Like I mentioned, it is all about putting it all together. And this is about developing a digital transformation strategy. And so we start with module 1. And now this is the time I would like us to participate as actively as we can. Those of us who have their responses for task 1, the one that had yes, no answers, it was the easiest of all the tasks that were to be undertaken. How many questions did you answer no? I remember the first time I did this, now when I was a student, the very first time I answered that task 1, I had so many no's, I got discouraged. But I purposed that I will systematically work on reducing the number of no's, converting them to yes. So who would like to share with us, how many no's did you have in your questionnaire?
I can't remember how many no's, but I had only 2 right.
So the others were no. Wow.
Yeah.
But now I think there was a question on do you have messaging app or something? So now that you've set up your WhatsApp for business, if that one you had answered as a no, now you
Yes.
can answer it as a yes and say, yes, I actually now have been able to have messaging services for my customer. Anybody else who would like to tell us what they remember, even if you don't have the exact figure, the exact number, sorry, how many, is there anybody who had more yeses than no's when they did it the first time?
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, I can't really remember the numbers, but I had the rating I had was a 6.
So you got
Yeah.
got 6 yeses. You had 6 yeses.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. 6 is not so bad, but you can always improve and get more yeses. So of the many no's that you had, who has managed to convert even one into a yes? Anybody?
Yeah, for me, as I shared before, I am now in the process of digitizing. Yes.
You're in the process of
And
digitizing your books, the
my
items
book,
that are in your books.
yes, and in terms of communication, I've moved from WhatsApp individual to WhatsApp business already. I'm already in there.
Wow, that is so nice. That is fantastic. Anybody else who has something they can say about their task one? And how many of the no's do you plan to change to yes in the next 3 months? Go ahead, Doreen, you had unmuted yourself.
Oh, yes, it's something I noticed in the chat.
All right.
Philly, no, not Philly.
Uh-huh.
Wininjuki
Mm-hmm.
had 9. So I'm not sure if it's 9 yeses or no's. Wininjuki says she had 9.
9. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Winnie, were they 9 yeses or 9 no's?
There were 9 no's, but I've managed to convert one to a yes because I also managed to create WhatsApp business and communicated through Messenger.
Wow. That's nice. That's progress from 9 no's. At least you've converted one. Keep working on it. That is very good progress. Like I keep saying, we are here to celebrate progress, not perfection, because perfection is not a destination. I don't think you can get to a place and say, I arrived, I am now at perfection. I got into my business is perfect and everything I do, my systems, my processes, my terms, FAQs, everything is perfect. No, it's always a journey. And the nearer you get to what you considered to be perfect 2 years ago, when you get near it, about to achieve it, you realize, the target has moved. So let's keep celebrating progress, not perfection. So in module 2, we looked at creating an online presence. So how many social media places are you operating in? Did you decide to stretch yourself thin and be everywhere? Opened a business account or a business page in just about everything and you've put there. You just do some near misses everywhere. You go, you do a little here, you do a little there, but you don't do so much. How many social media spaces are you operating in? And if you are operating at 2, are you still at 2 or have you added 1 more or 2 more, etc.? Who would like to share their journey with us about the social media spaces? And then once you're in those spaces, are you posting consistently? Was it Winnie? Who commented about she's been posting before we started officially? When we were having a chit chat, she said she's been posting consistently and now it is starting to yield results. Who was that?
It was
Yeah,
me.
it was. Oh, sorry.
It was who? Winnie. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, Anyoso. It's Anyoso.
Anyoso. Oh, Anyoso, you're the one who's been posting consistently and now it's starting to yield results.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Anybody else who, since joining this program, at least they've made some effort in how they've been posting? Maybe before you joined, your posting was as your mood dictated. But now, after joining this program and going through the modules, you have now gotten into a system where you're posting consistently and you're also monitoring what those posts are doing. Anybody who has done that? All right, let's go to the website. Do you have a website or do you have a landing page? I saw this week two ladies, two women entrepreneurs in the group shared with us their websites that they had created. That was fantastic. Start where you are. Start with the website that at that moment, that is all you are thinking of putting in the website. Then once it is up and live, observe it, listen to other people who visit the website, and then keep making changes. Don't create a perfect website in your head, and we've never seen it in the digital space. start with a website. So how many people here, by a show of hands in the reactions, how many people here have a website for their business or businesses? Nobody? Nobody in this group? How many are we? Let me see. Nobody here has a website. Let me see. Maximila, are you there? Do you have a website? Who else is here? Yes, Lois. Lois, do you have a website?
Yes, I do have a website.
Huh?
I've had a website for 1 year now. It is optimized, social engine optimized. So once in a while I get contacts. But my plan has been to do more. I learned about the key search words, and that is something I've been wanting to do, to revise the wordings, to catch, to have those key phrases that people search for. So that has been my plan, but I haven't been able to do it. Yeah.
Okay. So you want to optimize it and have the key search words. Remember, I told you, I think this was in module 2 or module 3, that when you are describing your products, describe them the way the customer will search for them. So if a customer is searching weight loss, don't put nutrition. Let nutrition be a word that appears, but don't make it the keyword, because the customer is not searching nutrition. They are searching weight loss. Yes.
Yeah, that was a very big learning point for me. So that is what I really want to sit down and review and revise.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mercy Monique, I see your hand is up. Mercy?
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I have a website, but it's I realized it was not done professionally because I had someone. Sorry to have repeated again. Yeah, so that's why I don't know. I've not been able also to go to the social media because I want to attach the website in the media so that when somebody access the social media, I have attached it to go to the website, and I realized if I go to the social media with a shoddy website, I will lose.
Yeah. Okay, I get you. Okay, you don't want now to link your website to your social media before it is nice. Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
All right. So work on making it at least meet some standards. Then you can start from there and then keep improving. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. For those who do not have a website, sorry, are you planning on having one in the next 6 months? Next 6 months would be, say, around December. Anyone apart from the 2 ladies who came for the group coaching session? Is there anybody? Yes, Margaret Minor, you've raised your hand, and then who else? Margaret, go ahead and tell us. Yes.
Oh, hi. I actually have been trying to find someone to help with the website. Because of the nature of what I want the website to do, foundations, things like that. I plan to have a website, but I haven't, because one quoted is currently now I'm saving up for.
Okay. So, okay, you are breaking up a bit, but I think you've said you've been looking for somebody to develop the website for you, and you want something, I guess something unique, and so you're saving.
Yes. Yes. I want it. It needs to. it needs a lot of plugins, and it's several because it's a service, but then there's like products under this service. I want it to be able for people to book sessions there, for it to have like where you can view for availability for certain hours or for certain days. And then I also want it to have another section for like just wellness events rather than person to person sessions. So it needs a bit it needs a bit of work. Yeah, so I'm saving up for what I have been quoted for is yeah, it's a bit higher compared to
it's a
if it were
steep.
just like a shop.
Okay, we wish you all
Yes,
the best.
yes.
Come up with a saving strategy so that you're able to do it. Okay, anybody who would like to
Thank
comment
you.
on how their online presence has been since they did module 2, whether there's been any change, whether there's been any discipline, and if you have been doing something, what has been the impact for you and your business? Okay, now going on to continuing with module 2. Somebody is talking? All right, okay. Module 2, we also looked at advertising, and we looked at advertising yourself in places where you can be able to do it for free, like WhatsApp groups that are marketplaces, Facebook groups, and even other social media platforms. But my question here is, have you ever run any ads online? And these ads I'm talking about are the paid ads, the ones that you pay some money, and then now you run the ads. And if you've ever run paid ads, what has been your impact? What has been the impact on the business, or even just in the traffic? Anybody who has ever run online ads? This one, I'll speak for myself. I'm not very savvy with ads, so I have run ads on 2 different occasions when I was trying to promote a program that I was marketing. And I think maybe I just didn't do the setup right, because I understand once the setup in the setting up, you don't do it right, then the impact of the ads is not very good. So I decided to take a back seat on that. And the next time I will run, I will get a professional to do it. Then I will sit with them. They'll walk me step by step as they're doing it, so that I can also learn on how to do it better. So for me, the impact wasn't as I had expected. Okay, got a few, the way you see traffic, but it was traffic that was not converting into anything per se. And then some of that traffic, it was not properly filtered, so it was not my target audience. It just didn't work right for me. I think this is something I need to learn and work on until I get it right. When it comes to branding, how many here have logos? Created logos, and also logos in your head. Like, the day I do my logo, it will have this, it will have a sunflower, it will be yellow, golden yellow, and everything. How many? Yes, Karen, you have raised your hand, and somebody else. No, gosh, I'm not being able to view these raised hands. Yes, Karen, Lois also. Who else? Good. Who else has a website? Has a logo, sorry. And if you have a logo, who would want to describe to us their branding essence, what your logo looks like, what those colors mean, etc.? Lois, you want to say something, or you raised your hand? Doreen, how many
Yes,
people have raised your hand? Yes, go ahead, Lois.
I can say something. My logo is okay. I run food safety training organization. So my logo has a plate inside with a fork and a knife. But if you don't have a keen eye, you cannot see it. The plate is actually an engineering wheel to signify manufacturing. And then I have on one side I have an ear of wheat, and on the other side I have a leaf to signify that this is food from the field to the table through the processing, which is the engineering wheel.
All right.
The colors are orange, white, and blue. This was my designer's idea. He said these are professional colors, so they indicate that you are professional in delivery. I love the logo. I like it.
Wow, fantastic. So the colors show that you're professional. Anybody else would like to speak about their logo and what it communicates?
We have Zain. Zain's hand is up, and Margaret and Karen. Zain, Margaret, and Karen.
Okay, let's start with Zain. Zain, you'd like to describe your logo? Zain, are you there? Okay, you said it was Zain, Margaret, and Karen. Okay, Karen.
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
My logo, basically it has 3 colors. That is gold, black, and the gold. Gold is the primary color. Forest green is the secondary color. So the reason why I chose gold or green was green is a color of robustness, of growth. Black is a universal color, and black also comes in as premium, so it depends on how you put it or how you communicate it. Gold also is premium. So that is the reason, because I was looking at it from a growth perspective, where I want to go. I can start from somewhere, but as I progress, where do I want to go? So I want it to be associated with a niche, a premium kind of brand.
Okay, fantastic. And what kind of business are you running, Karen?
I'm in visibility, so that is basically advertising. So I do signage, I do branding, I do fabrication for exhibition booths, and all kinds of branding, printing, and promotional materials.
Wow, fantastic. All right. Now, ladies, you can hear from those two who have shared about their logos. They are passionate about it. They are able to describe it without stuttering. It means they actually believe in their logo and the messaging that their logo is putting out there. So those who don't have logos, when you're getting them, let it be something that really speaks to the essence of your business, who you are, and where it is you want to go. Like I mentioned, mine, the primary color is green, and this depicts opportunities, and the green is around the globe, signifying that we want to offer our services to countries around the globe, not just Kenya and not just Africa. And then the red for us is passion and professionalism, because we are passionate about what we do. All right. So we go to module 3, that was on selling online. And then, do you sell on social media networks? And if so, which ones? And then the other question is, there's some people who sell in this social media. This is they've made social media X the one for selling, and then social media Y the one for creating awareness. And I got this from agency. They were like, yeah, my target audience is all, quote unquote, people like me. All of a sudden, we are now very old. So he was saying the target audience is in Facebook. And therefore, he feels Facebook is an old. social media. And he does a lot of things on Instagram. And he says this old social media, I mean, this old target audience at times does go to Instagram. Now he has linked the two. Most of the selling is done on Facebook. The creation of awareness is done on Instagram. And he has a way he has been able to make the two of them work, because IG is very good with visual communication. Then Facebook, he says that is where his old clientele are, and that's where they normally browse. So he's able to bring the two together. Is anybody here that tech savvy? Me just listening to him, I was getting dizzy, but it seems to work. And I'm sure there are people here who are of that generation, or they are younger millennials. You might be knowing how that works. Are there people who have one social media to do a different section of the sales funnel, and then another social media to do the actual conversion of the prospects into customers? Anyone who has done that, or who has ever heard about that? I had never heard about it before. Shows you my age. Anybody? Or all of you?
Yeah, maybe I can share.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I'm on Zoom mobile, hence why my hand was raised and I was busy trying to figure out where the unmute is.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of my primary target is parents. Most of them have happened to be new parents leaning towards moms, and their ages 25 and above. 25 to 34 is the biggest group. And what I found after testing different platforms, usually my conversions happen off my social media, but the inquiries come in more through Instagram. So I'm on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok. But I find TikTok is more like engagement is very high, sharing is very quick, so getting the word out there is faster on TikTok. But in terms of sparking actual conversations, it leans more towards Instagram. And it also kind of makes sense because the TikTok audience currently is much, much younger. So my exact target group might not exist on TikTok, but there are family members and people around the ones I'm trying to talk to. So I tend to actually end up forgetting about TikTok quite a bit, because one video would continue being served for up to a month compared to Instagram, where I need to do a lot more regular posting. But that's why I've leaned heavily towards my time and my effort being more on Instagram, because that's where I have to be present, responding, and doing everything. So yeah, TikTok has by default become more of an awareness engine. And then Instagram is kind of in the absence of my website, as I'm trying to figure that out. The posts I put there and that I pin there are more about our product, things that help quick decision making. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Anybody else would like to share their journey, or how they've set up their selling on social media, whether you have different apps and then you have this app doing this for you, this app doing this for you, this app doing this for you? Anybody who has segmented their social media also? Okay, then. We can now look then at online marketplaces and websites. And in this section, we looked at selling in marketplaces, the pros and cons. The marketplaces are more, because they're already properly built. They are very easy to get into, as opposed to now going and setting up a whole website and converting it into an e-commerce site, etc. Who sells their products on Jumia, on Glovo, on which is the other local marketplace, on Gigi, etc. Anybody here who's selling their products, has listed their products in an online marketplace? And if so, what has been your experience? Nobody? All right. And Doreen, is there anybody writing in the chat maybe and I'm not seeing?
Miss Kate. No, there's
Okay.
no new comments on that.
Mhm.
And Max Miller says, sorry, I can't share audibly because my unmute button has failed.
Oh,
Let
sorry.
me try and see if I can unmute her.
Mhm.
Okay.
Maximila, have you been able to unmute her?
No, it's
Okay.
not working. Yeah.
Well, it's okay. Those who have websites, do you sell your products there? What has been your experience? I'm trying to sell online courses on my website. The experience has been a lot of learning, a lot of you try this, it doesn't work, you pull it down, you try again. But like I said, we are celebrating progress. We are not celebrating perfection. So I'll keep going at it until I get a learning management system that really, truly works for the target audience, that specific target audience of medium and small enterprises that I want to be selling online programs for. And then module 4, which is the last module, we looked at adopting other business processes, not policies, other business processes in order for you to make your online business or your selling online more effective, more efficient, etc. One of the processes that you could put in place is how customers can place their orders and then how they can make payments. And we looked at when it comes to payments, how do you set yourself up so that you're not defrauded. And then once you set up, what payment gateways have you set up? And this is largely determined by who are your target audience and where are they found around the globe. Are they localized? Are they Kenyans? If they're Kenyans, then M-Pesa would be one of the most convenient payment gateway. But if there are others, then you might need to have a payment gateway that allows them to pay by Visa, and then they collect the funds for you. Anybody who has a payment gateway embedded into their online selling, such that when customers come, they go in there, they're able to see your till number, they are able to see your PayPal account, your WooCommerce account, etc. Anybody selling online and receiving money online without the customer? There's a difference. If the customer has to call you, oh, Mama Nani, those 2 handbags, I see they are 1,500 each, so I'm sending you 3,000 on M-Pesa. That is not a payment gateway. That is the way I would send my grandmother money. You're using M-Pesa to transfer money. And okay, now this money is for exchange of goods, but that's not a gateway. I need to call Mama Nani and inform Mama Nani, when you see the 3,000, it is me who has paid for 2 bags. That's not it. I'm talking about a payment gateway where the customer goes online and they do not have to call you. They are able to make the payment online, and your system has a way of describing what that payment is, so that when they see that money, they will know this is for item X in my catalog of things. Anybody who has that kind of a payment gateway? Okay, anybody who is planning or is thinking of getting, yes, go ahead, the person who is talking.
Yeah, that's me. Maybe I can share mine. Every time I hear payment gateway, obviously the one that comes to mind is the more automated ones like the PesaPals and things like that. But mine is kind of, so when I started out, there are certain goals that I had and certain things that I wanted to achieve. And one of them was building a database so that I can remarket to the same audience. My challenge was I didn't have the funds to do like a yearly subscription. But the solution that we've ended up with is kind of what we've stuck with until now. I should mention that most of what I sell is service based. So I'll give you 2 examples. One is a play pod where kids come to play and we are all about learning through play and building community that way. So we host a lot of like play events, and we also have a daily play pod where kids 0 to 3 years come to play. The second one is a book subscription service where you can pick whether to receive. So you receive 2 books a month, and you pick whether it's over 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. So how I've ended up, quote unquote, automating it is building my own funnel. So what I use is readily available free services like Google Forms, and I create a form with all the details that I want to collect of this person. So I'll give you an example with our PlayPod. You get to select like you have to put your basic information, your email, contact number, emergency contacts, all those things. Then you select what membership package you want to build, and within Google Forms you can create prompts so that if someone selects they want 3 times a week as a monthly membership, 3 times a week, it will take them to a section that gives them the details for 3 times a week. So this is your total bill. This is the M-Pesa till number to send the money to, and then you can't submit the form without putting in the M-Pesa code. So you have to just copy and paste and put in the code in that, and then you submit the form. On my end, it's given me a booking, a way to book for the service. So on my end, I get a notification every time someone has booked either to attend our PlayPod, because it's always pre-registration. Yeah. So you've booked to attend our PlayPod, and I get to see what you've paid for and the code. So I can, at the end of the month or at the end of the day or the week, I can do a tally with the statements that I have to make sure that you've actually paid. And then we have systems where if you've put a fake code, we are able to reach out. But more often, that's not a challenge I've had at all, because once you've put in that someone has to put a code, anyone who was not serious usually drops off at that point. So it's a gateway, but it's fairly manual. But so it eliminates the need for the phone calls before payment. So yeah, I thought I'd share that. And the same applies to, like, let's say the book subscription. You also just select the tiers and anything that you want, put in your details, address for delivery where people have subscribed and you've not really had to have a conversation. And I know, all the details I need to actually implement. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic. That's interesting. Now that you mention it, I need to also read about it, because I've also gotten to a place where somebody has talked about something, they're having a talk and everything. Then they have that, what you've described, a Google form. You go in, you fill the Google form. Then there's that place where now, like you're saying, after you've given all your details and what it is you want to get out of this talk, or why did you want to join or attend the talk, then there's that part for the M-Pesa. That's something I'll need to read about, because I think it makes sense, especially for local transactions within Kenya. And like you say, Google is relatively free. It's only the space that you might need to increase your storage with Google. Wow, that's nice.
Yeah. And I think the challenge for me now trying to migrate to a website is being able to create these forms and this function that we've ended up like existing in for so long, because it enables me to have a form that is, let's say there's a form for a specific type of event. So how the database is built, because through these forms I've collected like emails, phone numbers, completely ethically, because I disclose that we are going to reach out to you in case of a similar event or in case of a similar service. And what it's enabled me to do is, say, if I have a new product or a new service that's specifically for people who are keen on the book events, I'm able to send out my mailer to them and say, hey, we have a new Storytime podcast that has come up that you might be interested in. So it's enabled me to also segment my marketing, and that's given me better conversions, because it's exactly what someone is interested in, rather than me sending something about books to someone who booked a parents' first aid training. Yeah, but now transitioning to a website is proving a lot more difficult, because the user interface isn't as easy as Google, or you pay a whole lot more to create all these things like CMSs from scratch. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Can you embed a Google form onto a website? Just asking.
That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out right now. At the moment, the easiest way is someone would have to click out into the form. But like you said, if the goal is to grow, then I feel kind of vulnerable having everything on Google Forms, and I occasionally will download the results and the sheets, just have them offline. But it kind of can be crippling when when you have to rely on this one system. So I try to like spread. Someone can book through social, someone can book through Google, but yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out how that would work.
Wish you all the best, and if you hack it, let us know so that we don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Will do. I will do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too. Okay, so the last thing we looked at in module 4 is handling and shipping. How do you handle your products to prevent damage if you're dealing with physical products? Then if you're dealing with professional services that are intangible, how do you present them? We say that the handling activities that a person who offers professional services does is like what Zane has just described. You have a Google form where you're able to let the people know this is what we are doing, these are the dates we are offering it, and this is the money that it's going to cost you. That's a handling activity. It is the things you're doing as you prepare to dispatch your product or your service to the customer. So how do you handle what are your handling procedures? When people come into, say, if you're having forms and things online, are they branded? Because, for instance, and I know I am not, and I keep telling people, I'm in this journey to learn just like everybody else is learning. I am not a techie by any thread, but I try. My Google Forms, when I use them, they have a logo. They have the High Achievers logo. When I am setting up, say, Calendly invites, they are also branded and they are specific. Like if it is WIDB, one-on-one coaching, that link has that, so that in your handling, you're not causing confusion to the person. Like you send somebody a link and they're looking at it and they're wondering, what am I supposed to do with this link? Where is this link supposed to take me? They already see from the branding, from the way you have handled that service or that option, they're able you're able to remove the anxiety from them about do I go forward, do I click on this link, etc. And then now when it comes to shipping, how do you do it? How do you deliver the products? If you're a service person, do you deliver them in a professional way, or do you go to the noisiest of the noisiest corners of Nairobi, and that is where now you want to have your session? Are you trying at least in the best way possible to ensure that you have proper lighting because you see, the client can come to you and switch on their video and they are invisible, as in it is total darkness, but you can see that they're somewhere inside there. That's the client. They don't expect you to appear like that yourself. They know they are in the dark. They can even see themselves on their screen that they are totally dark. But when they're looking at you, they want to see, how are you shipping? How are you delivering your service? Are you in a completely dark place? And they can't see you? Are you in a place that is extremely noisy? So look at how do you handle and how do you ship your products, because word of mouth is very strong. If you position yourself as being clumsy in the way you handle your things as you prepare to dispatch them to the customer, or even when you're actually dispatching and delivering them to the customer, you come across as clumsy. You are sending cakes, and nothing against alcohol, but now you have baked for somebody a cake and then you put it in a Jameson carton or a Heineken carton and then you dispatch it like that. That might have been the best option. But you even had the option to wrap the carton with a newspaper and stick it completely so that nobody can see it was a Heineken carton. Are you making even the slightest of efforts as you're shipping your things? Do you have the cheap labels that you buy? If you can't buy branded cartons, do you have have you invested in at least having labels that have your name and your contact information, the name of your business and your contact information, and maybe thank you for doing business with us, and sticking it on the carton as your cake box as you're delivering your cake? Or do you just deliver them handwritten, poor handwriting, a felt pen that had run out of ink and you scribbled with it? All those things determine whether you will stand out or you will drown in the marketplace that is full of people who are doing what you're doing. So how are you handling? Anybody who has taken time or invested both time and resources to ensure their handling and shipping is professional. You deliver things in branded, even the shopping bags, these simple shopping bags. I see shops that sell clothes, that sell makeup, they have their name on those shopping bags. Anybody who has invested in something like that? So we are all delivering our products in unbranded shopping bags, in brown envelopes, in white cake boxes that you've written with a biro or a mark pen, a permanent marker that is losing, drying out ink. Anybody who would want to share an experience they've had? And
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead, Karen.
Now, in our space of offering visibility and also as a way of going out there and creating awareness and also advertising yourself, when we do the signs, and especially those ones that are outside, you would put in, probably it would be like maybe a sticker that you put in, that whenever anybody who would come and who comes into contact with the sign would know who did the sign. And in that way, probably somebody, if they like it and they want to maybe engage, they can reach out to you.
Yes.
So that's one of the things that we do.
You do. Yes, and I totally agree with you. At times, people are just passing. They are not the ones who gave you that business, but they are passing and they got your contact information. For instance, let me use the example of people who bake, especially the home bakers. You delivered your cake and you left, and the customers were left there with your cake. I have seen people, if the cake had the contact information and the cake was good, I've seen other mothers taking time to, save that number on their phones. If that number was not there, they wouldn't save it. But now that it is there and they've liked what you baked, they save the number so that the next time they want a cake, they will place the order with you. Small things like that. They might look mundane. They might even look like they're increasing your costs of doing business. But at times, the ROI against what you're doing, your handling of your products, and then the way you ship it can determine whether you will have referrals and whether you'll have repeat customers. All right. Okay. Then policies. Yes. Do we have any policies? And if we have, what are they? I am guilty as charged. I have policies that are in my head. So I have not written down policies, but I want to also be very intentional and coming up, especially with policies on payments and credit terms, and then policies for the online programs, policies on return. When can you ask for a refund, and which programs qualify for a refund and which ones do not? Anybody who has policies that are written down, not in their head like mine. Mine are in my head, so when a client asks is when I speak them out, but I have not put them down as a document. Anybody with policies that they have developed? Okay, anybody who would want to develop policies in the next 3 months? I know I need to develop policies and also a list of FAQs. I develop and put them on the website, so my hand is up. Anybody else who would want to develop any policy? It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be a certain point. Then let the market give you advice on how to make them better. Anybody would like to develop? Yes, Zain has raised her hand. Who else?
I can say something.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I use Zoho CRM. So when I'm sending out a quotation, the client is able to see the terms and conditions. And when they're okay with those terms and conditions, then as in it gives them information. From reading that module or going through the module, I felt that probably there's a lot more that needs to be added, but at least I'm somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, there's more that you need to do. All right. Anybody else who would want to work on their policies? Especially people who handle things that are, oh, sorry about that, things that can easily be, customers can complain and say, oh, this didn't fit me, or if it's a pair of shoe or it's an outfit and you are selling online, it gets to them. The last time they checked, they were size 14. They delivered a size 14. Now you're a size 16 and you need to refund it. What are the costs? Who bears the cost of the refund, even if it's an exchange? Anybody let's start maybe with who has had a challenge they got themselves into because they didn't have any clearly written out terms. Then the customer comes and says, no, I don't want this. And then you're like, no, but we don't take refunds. But you didn't have any terms and conditions that had said you don't take refunds. Anybody gotten themselves in trouble because they didn't have policies? Ladies? None of you has ever gotten themselves in trouble. Like you sent something to somebody, you didn't say your credit terms, so you wait day 1, day 2, week 1, week 3, and you're like, you have not paid me, and they're like, no, you didn't tell us when we are supposed to pay. You never indicated it on your invoice. It was not indicated in the quotation you sent, and now the customer is being like, this is free for all. We can pay us and when we wish. None of you has gotten into that?
I can say an experience I had. So we supply roll-up banners. So a client can give us their own design or we can design for them. So one of the policies that I think, or the terms that I need to put in place is to let the client know that in the case of any mishandling, that we are not liable, because sometimes clients assume that because this thing can wind itself, they let it snap. And sometimes when you do a lot of that, the longevity of the installation is a problem. So as opposed to having this roll up for like a year, 2 years, you will have it for a month or even a few weeks. So an experience I had is one of the clients did that, and they were conducting some training. So because one, I did not educate them on how to handle, and two, that policy was not in place. I had to send somebody to their place of, they were offering some training. So I had to send someone to go and do the repairs on site, because now they were complaining that, oh, this thing you've supplied to me does not work. And it is just because of their handling. So I've seen that is another loophole that I need to work on.
All right. So you mean roll-up banners can be repaired?
Yes, they can.
What? Anybody
They
who
can
can
be
do that like me? I have two that they rolled inside. They disappeared inside there. So they can be removed.
They can be removed, and you can also replace the information.
Oh, all right. Thank God I'm in this webinar. I've learned something. I'm taking mine for fixing. I was thinking of getting new ones.
Yeah, and unless it's been totally mishandled or some components are missing, but yes, they can be repaired.
Can be repaired. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So now, ladies, having come this far, it is time for a celebration. We have finished the modules, the live webinars. However, the content in the portal, you have access to it. Right now, ILO says you have a lifetime access, so you can keep going back, looking at the content, rereading some of the modules, and then working on this. Anybody who has a testimony of how this has been and what they would want, what has worked for them? Anyone with something to say about the program, what it has done for them, what they have, what aha moment they got?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I want to appreciate your resourcefulness.
Thank you.
As a lady, and you're so good with this digital language.
Asante, asante.
The aha moment for me is the vocabulary that I have got. I didn't have much vocabulary on these things.
Mm-hmm.
And now, even when I engage, I'm looking forward to engage someone to either do this website or put up something on, in summary, just have a digital presence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That very word that I've just said, I would not have had it before this training.
Wow. Right.
I could say I was completely digital illiterate, except the little things I do on WhatsApp, and I obviously don't create. It's someone else's creation.
Mm-hmm.
But now I feel enabled. I feel that because I already have the vocabulary, I can interact. Even if I need some help, I know what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's actually scaring to enter a platform where you don't even have the vocabulary to use.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so right now I am grateful and I appreciate the online materials which I'm going through by and by.
Mm-hmm.
And even taking notes. I don't know how long that resource will be there,
Mm-hmm.
but I really appreciate, because after listening to you, then I go there, I get the breadth, the depth.
Mm-hmm.
I have a deeper experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in few or many words, I really want to thank you so much.
Thank you too, Madam Jane. It's nice hearing what you have to say, and even just the step you've made, even just creating the way you shared with us that you've now created a WhatsApp for business. That small step is a big step in your digital transformation journey. So keep making those baby steps. Eventually, if you are there for the first webinar, you remember the analog small beaten up car, and then the final destination where either you have a big monster of a truck, a pickup truck, depending on how wild you want to go in the digitalization journey, or you have a smooth riding, fast. It might be a small car, but very fast. The idea is, if you've recognized that your car is that analog one that needs, it doesn't even have a temperature sensor. It cannot tell you when your engine is overheating. And then you make steps towards that other modern car that is more efficient, that runs on less fuel. And for you, less fuel would mean you're doing things at a cheaper cost. That in itself, for this program, that is a success. That is what ILO is seeking to do with women in business, making them move from very tedious processes to more streamlined processes. So remember, as I've always said, focus on progress and not on perfection. Progress, not perfection. So the good is, for all the ladies who complete module 5 and task 5, that means you have gone through all the module content and all the tasks up to task 5, because task 5 is the last one. By Sunday, 20th July 2025, get a 2-hour deep dive strategy session. This is going to be a group coaching session, and this is going to be in groups of 15 people per group. You don't want to miss it. The people you saw in the group, in the WhatsApp group last week, posting steps they have made is because they came in for a coaching session. That was a 1 hour session. This one is going to be 2 hours. So it's going to be deeper, and it won't be just about just the content that we have here in the Women in Digital Business. It will be content about creating a strategy, both the digital transformation strategy and also just strategy for, streamlining your business. So I would urge those of you who got stuck in module 2, some of you are stuck in module 3, others are stuck in module 4, go ahead and complete the 5 tasks and the 5 modules. Once you complete, shoot me an inbox and say, Lillian, I'm done, so that I can grade your work, so that now we can be able to go through. And then once you're done and I grade your work, then now, and don't worry about grading. Grading is just something in the system. It's for me to go confirm that you have done all of them. Once I confirm, that's what they call grading. You get your certificate. It is sent directly to your inbox, branded by ILO, Microsoft, and ITC ILO, International Training Center for the ILO. So it will have 3 logos. You never know what opportunities that certificate can get you. It can get you into a funding opportunity. It can get you into a contest, where they have contests and then they're saying the winners. We want to see businesses where the business owners are growing themselves, have been taking steps to grow their entrepreneurship skills. Never know. Certificate nasemanga, it doesn't, it is not, it's digital even. You don't even need to print it for the time being. So keep it in your laptop, keep it in your phone. You never know the day when you unleash it and it opens up doors for you. So that is for the first, the ladies who complete module 5 and task 5. That one doesn't have a number. It will be just, the group sessions will be in groups of 15. So then there will also be the first 15 who joined today. Doreen, you have their names. Those ones will also get the traditional session.
Yes, I do.
Yes, read them out ndio tusikie ndio wakina nani, so that they can also start looking for you to give you their contacts. Doreen, did you drop off?
Sorry, I was talking on mute. It's Jane Muhoro, Lois Ndiba, Max Miller, Catherine Kiarie, Karen, Winnie Njoki, Susan Mlamba, Anyoso, Wangeshi Kamau, Phili Rongo, Carol Gadhoni, Lucy Mwaneki, Margaret Mbae, Faith Sigwe, and Margaret Maina. I've posted the names in the chat.
All right. Okay. So what are the next steps? One next step is remain in the group for peer-to-peer mentoring. I will be having challenges where I say, okay, let's see this week, let's see how many of us can create our policies ahead. 2, next week, let's see how many of us can come up with a 3-pager brand book, etc. Those challenges are there for us to have fun, and also they are also good for our businesses. That is the peer-to-peer learning. Then in the same group, look out for the monthly talks by subject matter experts. Zain, I remember I was to get in touch with you. You were to provide a subject matter expert on, I think, on matters AI, so that every month we have somebody coming to talk to us on things pertaining business, so that we become better in how we do our businesses. Then for those who are in the group, by virtue of the fact that you've come into the group and you've done the program and you've gotten to the end, all the graduates of the WIDB program, they get to enjoy a 20% discount on all my online programs. My next program is Strategize to Profitize. This is an online program that I will be running to help small business owners who cannot afford to pay Lillian or any other consultant to come and work with them to help them come up with a strategic plan. This is now the program for you, and it is offered in 3 tiers. Tier number 1 is the bronze tier, and this one is where you just get to buy the workbooks and then work on your own, and then you develop the strategic plan. So you get workbooks and pre-recorded videos, and that one for now is going for 9,999, and it's a 6 weeks program. Then there is the silver package. This one is you attend weekly webinars you have access to pre-recorded videos, and then you have access to the workbooks also. That one goes for 14,999. Then we have the gold package. This is where you get the workbooks, the pre-recorded videos, and the weekly webinars, and then two group coaching sessions. One mid-course, when now you've done a few things, you've come up with your strategic objectives, but you've not yet come up with the action plan for the strategic objectives. Then a second coaching session at the end or towards the end, where now you are starting to put some meat into your strategic plan, the actual action plan of the strategy. So for those who complete, you will be getting 20% discount for that, for all my online programs, not just this one coming up. Any of them, for as long as you tell me, hi Lillian, I was your participant in the WIDB, I was in cohort X, and yes, I got a certificate, you will always earn 20% discount from me. All right, any questions as we bring this to a close? Oh yes, and then sorry, before that, like I said, complete the modules before 20th July so that you get to win the deep dive coaching session. Then next week on Tuesday, we will have a short 45-minute graduation ceremony. In these 45 minutes, we will celebrate people who have had stellar performance. There might be a few more goodies, and then there will also be somebody to speak to us on just about how do we step out now that we've graduated. How do we, to motivate us now, apply the lessons that we have learned. So I would like to invite all of us, even if those who might not make it to finish, don't give up. Don't beat yourself way too hard. I encourage you to finish. But even if you have not finished, you are welcome to come for the graduation ceremony, because like I said, there will be a speaker to speak to us next week on Tuesday, 22nd July. I see Winnie and Doreen. You have your hands up. Let's hear Winnie first.
Thank you so much, Lillian. This has been really an eye-opener. My question is, are you going to have another cohort? Because I know somebody who is very interested in attending this. Yeah, a young lady.
A young lady who is very interested. Yes, I will be running another cohort. What I've not yet decided is when it will be running. But what you can do is you can send me her contacts. I'll reach out to her so that now the next time I'm running the cohort, I send her the details.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Doreen, your hand was up also.
Yes, there was a quick question earlier from Jane Muhoro on what a paid ad is.
Or what a paid ad is. A paid ad, Jane, is when you go to a social media platform like Instagram, and then you pay to have your ads running on Instagram. How is it different from your regular posts? Your regular posts, because of the algorithms of those social media platforms, might not reach very many people. When you just put a post and say, I am planning to do 1, 2, 3, 4, it might not reach very many people. However, when now you pay for an ad and then you narrow down on the audience, as you're setting up the ad, you say, I want it to reach people who are based in Nairobi, Kenya. I want it to reach people who are of this age and they are female. You keep describing who your target or the audience is. Now, once you pay for the ad, more people who meet those specifications are able to see the ad, and therefore you're able to get more people making inquiries and others converting into customers. Those are ads. The ones you pay for get to more people than your list of friends on that social media platform or your list of followers. So ads help you to get to an audience that your regular post will not be able to get to. So that is what paid ads are. Different social media, you can run ads on LinkedIn, you can run ads on Facebook, you can run ads on Instagram, etc. So that's what paid ads are. Jane,
Maybe Nimeshika lakini so whom do you pay or how do you, like I'm in Facebook, how do I make a paid ad? Whom do I pay?
Would you pay? Yes, you pay
Oh.
you pay Meta, not Facebook anymore. It is Meta. Yes, Winnie, you'd like to respond to that? Maybe right here, in here, there is a social media manager who can speak to Jane and in the process maybe get a customer. Winnie, your hand is up.
It's an old hand.
Oh, okay. Yours is old. Okay, sawa. Yes, Jane.
Yeah, but
Go
just to
ahead.
answer what Jane was asking, what I did is through Facebook, you have the Meta ad. Then from there, you're able to pay, and it takes you to a platform, either payment through M-Pesa or through the credit card. But your line needs to be a WhatsApp business line. But we can touch base. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Jane, Winnie has offered that you can touch base with her and she can walk you through that journey. Like I told you, I'm not very savvy when it comes to those ads. Even me, I need to sit under somebody just to get to understand them better. But it's always good to start the first time. It might not be as successful as you would want, but from there you draw lessons and then you get better.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Winnie.
Okay. Any other question?
Yes, from Margaret Mbai. She's asking, what if the result of a particular module is not 100%? Will one qualify for certificates? And to raise the percentage, does one have to repeat the task?
Okay. Yeah. Yes. That is who, Margaret. Now, with the ILO, what they reward is that you actually did undertake the task. What you answered, regardless, for as long as you made an attempt at a question. And like I mentioned, there are some questions, especially in module 4, if you're service-based business, some questions did not make sense. Did not apply to you because you're not talking about who is going to be your courier company. You are not doing courier business. You're not delivering things physically. You can say, I'm in a service-based business, so I'll be delivering my services via WhatsApp, WhatsApp video call or Zoom or etc. Now, that being said, whatever, for as long as you did attempt the tasks, you will be graded for completion and you will receive your certificate. Now, those tasks, those responses that you've put there, you can always go and re-upload the responses. If say the first time you attempted, you felt nilikuwa chini sana, and now have improved, I have added more digitization into my business or digitalization into my business. Now you want to go and redo the tasks again, or even after listening to these webinars, you realize the way I answered that question is not exactly how it should have been answered. I need to work on it. Then you go and get it redone. You can always do that. And once you do that, then you re-upload the tasks back into the portal. And like I said, right now, ILO have said it is lifetime access. Maybe later, maybe after the program stops being funded or something, they might not keep the portal up. But for now, you have access to it. You can go through the module content again, read again, write new notes, etc. So don't worry, the responses you gave, for as long as they were the true according to you and as per your business, you will get graded for that and you will still get your certificate.
Okay, question. If you want to go back, does that mean you have to retake the course or just change, or how do you go directly to the questions?
You go, because when you go to your dashboard and then now you're seeing module 1, block 1, then module 1, then task 1, etc. You just click on the task, not the module. Your module, if it's already reading complete, leave it at that. You just go to the task and you can re-upload it. The other thing is, because some of these tasks, were you people downloading them as PDF or you were pre-populating them in the system?
in the system.
Okay, so if you did it in the system, then now go back into the system and re-upload the task again, then with your new answers. Then with that, you have the option to download to save for yourself, unless they have changed it. You should be able to download it, and now when you download it as a PDF, you will be able to review and see which areas you need to improve. Okay, any other question? Any comments in the group, in the chat, Doreen?
Those are comments, more of a vote of thanks from Margaret. For me, I'm challenged. There's so much I have to learn and implement on search engines, websites, selling platforms. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
There's another one from Zain. Thank you so much to you and Doreen for your time and your insights. And thanks to all the ladies that took time sharing their journeys. Very inspiring, and it's been a great challenge to get things off paper and get going. Wishing you all the very best on your businesses.
All right. Asante sana. Asante sana. We also really appreciate, and I want to thank all of you for your dedication, your time. Clearly, I think I've been talking, this cohort, I've been talking a lot. We have been going way past the hour. Today, I thought it would even be shorter, but I just want to believe that it was worth your time. And I thank you for the dedication once again. And now the next thing is actualizing what is this course has taught you, bringing it to life. If it is branding, making sure that you're branded, even if you're just a home baker or you do your business online and you work from your bedroom, just have your corporate colors. From there, now you print your business cards. You never know. Networking, when you start networking and you're giving people cards that have a logo that actually has a meaning, it puts you a step higher than somebody who didn't go through this course and doesn't understand why they need to brand themselves, why they need to stand out. So I say thank you so much, ladies. May your businesses blossom. May you be blessed in the marketplace, and may we see you winning awards and doing great things out there. So thank you very much. Be blessed, and wishing you all the best. Let's meet next week for the graduation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.